Hey everyone, just wanted to give a quick update on the channel. 117 subscribers, pretty decent. Think we got a big bump after I got mentioned in Lupine Fiasco's latest video, so big shout out to him. He's got some very good KO content, obviously. If most of you, I assume most people are already familiar with him, but if you're not, obviously go check him out. But yeah, super happy with kind of how well received I guess some of our videos are doing. Specifically the Zen deck building discussion for Team Amsterdam. Today we are going to continue kind of just play testing. This is what I'm trying to do by changing the list every day is basically just trying to figure out like, what I don't like, etc. Today's spice will be a one of Key Unleashed. I've tried this in the past. It's been fine. I'm not like necessarily the biggest fan. As for our kind of ratios, we're going down slightly on one red, and we're just going to bump our harmony up just to kind of keep our numbers a little bit even. This is obviously going to mess up a little bit of our sideboard, so it might give me a chance to kind of re-explain some of our sideboard stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Also, these are our kind of results so far. Zen being slightly above a 50-50, and then these were some anomalous games, by the way. These are like no transcend games, like no Art of War games. So I wouldn't necessarily say Kasai is a 50-50 at all. Prism also like roughly 50-50, but our new win rate is pretty alright. But anyways, we'll get into today's games. Today we're gonna do like a 1 hour session and just see how the games go. Might end up trimming it down based on what the games are like. We'll just create our own lobby though. Oh shit, I forgot my drink. 1 second. Or okay. We have a Teklo Boston apparently. Should we play this out? We can, I guess. Yeah, sure. We fuck it. We'll play it out. Let me turn my video display back on though. Yeah, we're just gonna submit the main 60 and see how it goes. Teklo Boston with Chains of Eminence. Okay, that's a good start. Crouching Tiger, pretty smart as well. Okay, he's fucking cooking here. So ideally we want Arsenal Harmony because it's our best thing. So the play here can be 2-1-4. It's probably best. We can't make a Crouching Tiger because the name Crouching Tiger. Or I mean, we can make a Crouching Tiger. We just can't play it or do anything with it. So incentivizes us not to play the Harmony line, which is fine. Teklo is a deck that can like set up a decent amount and like send disruption. So I don't think it's like an awful matchup for them. But we can just blow them out of the nowhere, blow them up out of nowhere if they attack into us. So being blanched. Do we care? Kind of care a little. I mean, not with this hand, but like in general, we care about blanch. I guess it's a little annoying. So the option here is if we want to block with bonds. Kind of just want to keep the harmony in the deck almost, and maybe block with bonds just to set it up in graveyard. I don't hate that. I don't think we're going to play this harmony. I think we're going to, because you generally want harmony to be at least a head job if you're playing it, and we don't have a guaranteed head job. So like this is dealing 2 damage versus like 2 damage here. So I think I'm going to do that instead. And we just have more threats in the deck if we ever like shuffle or do anything. So here we're just trying to dig for a Transcend card. God, I hope I don't lose to a Teklo boss on video. But okay, we're saved. Although, kind of not saved, actually. It's really annoying. Hmm. It's also turned... Oh, this is really kind of annoying. Give up the Shuko here if we so desire. I think Kasai... Well, what provides more value in the long game, I guess, is Kasaya versus... It's tough. It's probably Shuko, honestly. So we can block 5 here, theoretically, and then just guarantee our Transcend, set up our Art of War, and then try to dig for the second Art of War. Seems reasonable. Because we can't Transcend if we get hit by this, right? That's the only reason why I'm considering blocking with equipment. Maybe it's just wrong, too, though. Like, maybe our turn is we Harmony and then pitch. No, because I want to set up the Art of War. Yeah, I think we'd give up Kasaya here. It's a little unfortunate because we obviously want armor for like disruptive effects, but setting up the first chi is very important, and we'd also have to somehow get rid of this or like IP ourselves with it. So okay, fit a gust wave, but we don't get the extra resource, so it's a little unfortunate. Passover, we don't want to banish a Steel Soul, ideally. I guess we'll get rid of a Blanche. I don't think it matters very much. That's why I was debating between Kasai and Shuko, obviously, is because we would make a resource, but we weren't guaranteed to hit off this, right? So I don't want to get bonds here, obviously. I don't even know if I want to get anything. Maybe it's just use our resources efficiently. Go 2 into 3. Yeah. And then if they want to try to send a disruption effect next turn, like another Blanche or something, we still have armor to cover it slightly. It could have been wrong to give up Kasaya there. Here, we do not care about this. The question is, can we pop off on this hand? I think it's too risky. So we probably just let ourselves get hit by this, and then do what? Do Harmony, pitching Be Like Water, Kakara, Tiger, B strike for 7, bottoming the Be Like Water seems fine. Yeah, it was definitely a very well timed Blanche. Blanche is like terrible after like Transcend though, so it's fine. We'll go do our Harmony Hunt and just create a bunch of annoying breakpoints on this turn. Hold on, the cat is doing something weird in the closet. Uh, 1 second. Cat, what are you doing? Cat. All right, I've located the cat. The cat is now acquired. All right, we'll do our tiger. Say hi to the cat. Hello, Mr. Cat. You don't need to dig around in the closet. Okay. Blocking with Steel Soul is fine. They also don't have very many Evo set up. What are you doing, little guy? All right, they got another weakest link, but we have a drop, which is a little bit annoying. Maybe we honestly just drop this weakest link just to deny them the card, and then do spinning. I don't think this is a pop-off hand yet. Like, we can afford to be patient against Teklo. And they're not really doing anything, they're just, like, sending Vanilla Disruption that's not pumped. So we're just going to drop this, and then spinning CNC, although CNC is not even valuable. So, what's the alternative here? I don't think there is one. I just want to send 10 damage at them. We'll drop their weakest link, so. This is fine. We're just chipping away, waiting for them to attack into a hand where we can kill them. My cat also like knocked over something on the ground. I guess we'll never know. Ooh, blue Blanche. Okay. Annoying. Why is this so annoying? Okay. Um, this isn't the pop-off hand either. God damn, these Blanches have been like perfect. Optimal blanching. Okay, so hear me out. I think the play here is like preserve what into our deck? We can probably preserve a bonds into our deck, honestly, or like a descendant. Descendant's not bad. Yeah, I think we're just taking this and then we just play out the preserve. Probably. You also like E-Strike, draw a card. Problem is we can't transcend here, obviously, right? So I think we should just use one of our transcend cards for value and then just shuffle the rest back in. So we'll do E-Strike, but we could have like also Path Will Travel to E-Strike draw a card, but like I don't know. Preserve something back in the deck. We'll preserve. I think leaving one bonds in graveyard is fine. I think it's close between Descendant and Bonds. I think there's definitely some merit to doing a Bonds this early. Yeah. We'll just wait though. We're not in a huge rush. More Blanche. This guy loves fucking Blanche. Holy shit, is that the fourth Blanche? Uh, that's incredible. We'll just block. And we don't care about CNC, so we'll just send back 7. Wow, this is like the most fair Zen gameplay I've ever seen. Just two players sending 7 at each other every turn. Incredible. This is Flesh and Blood as it was meant to be played. Okay, this can definitely be the pop-off turn. Okay, fun's over, unless they have lunging press, obviously. But this is, let me explain, I guess, a little bit about why this is the go-off hand, obviously. So first of all, they're not presenting relevant disruption. Second of all, we have Art of War. Third, we have Harmony, and then we also have redundant chi. So if we want to pitch the chi to Art of War, we can do that. So overall, very good hand. We're pitching the chi also because we know we have a blue card that we want to play. So we can transcend this as well. We have levels. That's fantastic. Let's start with Harmony because I think we're always going to play Harmony, right? Because we need at least... So we need 1 for here, 1 for here, and then 1 for the Descending Gustway. So we need 3 mana total. So we could run out of mana, but Levels is very likely to draw us into our third resource. So we'll do this first. Okay, we had another Levels. Not ideal. Then we should stir the pot. Then we get our Descendant. Then we start with Levels. We have an Aspect in our graveyard, right? Yeah, we have at least one. All right, we only have one. Start with Levels, so we can do draw, go. Runner for 4. We draw Swamp, which is actually very good just in terms of getting another Kikara in, and then also setting us up for... So the line here is basically Descendant Bonds, Chase Aspect, finish on a Tiger Swipe, and then throw in a Kikara at some point in there. We'll do... What did I say we were going to do? We did our levels already, so we'll do our Descendant. Then we have the Redundant Tiger for the Chase Aspect, and then, yeah, this is looking very good. Blocking with Singularity, also very good, although I don't think they're ever going to cast it this game. We'll get our aspects, like we said. And then our resources are like perfect for this turn. If we didn't draw the blue, we still could have just done everything. Like, the blue just lets us do Kakara. Yeah, I feel kind of bad because I don't know if this is just like a new. Well, they have like a strategy. I don't know. It's like not a very good one, but it's definitely something like you can do. Not to like diss the opponent or anything. Like, Zen obviously stupid deck that like does stupid things, but not sure if Teklo is necessarily the part. Oh, whoops. Sorry, I meant to Kakara first. Okay, they don't want to let me end it. That's fine. We'll do Tiger Swipe. I guess we're missing out on one damage. It's fine. Oh, Fabricate. That doesn't do it. Oh, GG's. All right, miss one damage at the end. But, yep, that's... If anyone was ever concerned about the Teklovasa matchup, you shouldn't be. Just say that. Let's see. Create a new game. Let me see if I can find whatever the cat knocked over. I think it's my headphone. Uh, okay. We got a Kano. Okay, we want to go first in a Kano because we don't want to let them opt a million. Kano. Where's our sideboard? Our sideboard is obviously a little bit messed up. I think I like removed Snag at some point. I like running Snag in a Kano because it's basically just an extra blue. So here, I think the play is just E-Strike buff. See what they do. And then we can set up our Passover in Arsenal. It's really good to set up Transcend cards in Arsenal against Kano, if you can. And then we're keep holding back a blue just in case they want to try to send something at the end of our turn, which is fine. There's also... Oh, this hand's pretty good. It's like okay. It's not like a crazy hand, but it's like a okay hand, I think. Is there a way? There might be a way we can like swamp here. We draw into like another Transcend card, maybe. One notable disadvantage of AB2 is that their lessons get a little bit better. But here, we're just going to let them get whatever they want. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it does matter, obviously, but like, you basically just want to try to race Kano. It's not a thing where you want to basically just let them set up forever. Boom is quite good. So they put a Blazing Aether on top, which is annoying. So now maybe that means we want to actually like start blocking a little bit of this because we know they have a Blazing Aether. So we'd be taking, we took 3 from lessons, so we'd be taking 12 total. That's not ideal. So pay into a little bit. And they're basically like wasting their lesson almost. Like if they wanted to lesson for something else. So we take a little bit, we take, what is that, 7 damage here? That's fine. So here, what is the correct play? If we swarm, we can transcend, make a resource, and then what? We have to pitch a Descending Gust Wave. And we can set up like Art of War in Arsenal if we wanted to, set up bonds. I think it's better than actually going for like the Art of War on like a 4-card hand. Swamp is not particularly good in Kano. I will admit that. They've also used 2 Blazings, which is very interesting. Get rid of one of them. It doesn't really matter against Kano. If they want to pop up here, we're still holding back 2 resources if they really want to fully commit. But here, we don't have anything in graveyard, so Swamp is extra kind of mediocre here. Probably just going to do a Tiger Swipe and then set up the Art of War in Arsenal. Seems reasonable. And we can like squeeze in a Needle if we wanted to. Alternatively, we can not Needle and get like Spinning Wheel Kick, but I think keeping up the pressure is important. So we'll do that. We'll do Needle. Okay, they're blocking, which is good. We'll do Aether or Wildfire. 2 of us can play that game. And then we're not putting up a lot of pressure here, but we're just trying to set up our Art of War. Again, Art of War is not even crazy amazing in Kano, just, you know, based on them not giving us, like, our strides. Yeah, they can block. Yeah, they're fine. Okay, they just want to take it. That's fine. We're not popping links here just because it's not worth it. Okay, this is a very good hand. This hand should be able to get there. So next turn we need to start. So why this hand is good is because we have Transcend card, we have Art of War and Arsenal. So what we can do is we can, as long as we start our first action of the game by playing a blue card, we can always have the threat of transcending. We might even just transcend just for like damage. And again, this is on their turn, so we don't care about Wildfire on their turn. Like, if they want to use their last Blazing to deal a bunch of damage to me, that's fine. They're Toming, which is annoying. And they've done a lot of damage, and we have not done a lot of damage back. But hopefully the next turn we'll be able to string something together. Again, I don't think this matchup is like favored by any extent. They hit us with Spindle, which is kind of gross for 5. We still have to try to keep this whole hand here. It's not ideal, but like we have to kill them next turn, or else they're going to kill us, just based on how their draws. I think the version of Kano with like Sonic Boom and stuff is a lot more scary than if they're running like snapbacks or like other stuff. Let's see how they opt though. Top 5. Top 5. Alright, we might be in a little trouble here. Alright, so we need to start our first action of the game by playing a blue card. So we're going to do that. Hit a Warmongers, which is fine. Then we want to Rising Sun. Probably. We might just be dead here. They've had a very good draw. Go for it. Draw Stir the Pot, which is actually fantastic. So that lets us keep up the threat of Kasaya. Actually, it might have been wrong to bottom that E-Strike, but we'll see. We can. We're going to use this to make a Tiger first. And then what do we get? We probably want to get like Spinning is the only thing that's like guaranteed to be useful. If we had like a Bonds in hand, this would obviously be a lot better. Okay. Now we start with the Art of War. Alright, we drew the Descending Gust Wave, so we're slightly punished here, but it's still fine. So we should start with the Be Like Water. We will destroy our links and just get our salt now. We will pay 1 into this, and we'll name it Surging. This basically discounts our Descending Gust Wave and gives it +2. It's pretty alright. Alright, I don't think this is enough damage, but we still get to keep our Stir the Pot in Arsenal if we live another turn. They could potentially like try to go off into this. which I don't know if it's correct. They don't have a lot of resources is the issue. But obviously they drew a tome off the top, or they hit a tome off the top, so they might still get us here. Our first couple draws were a little clunky, not gonna lie. I wonder. I wonder if there was a turn, like maybe I should have just eaten that Sonic Boom. But I don't think we had Art of War in hand at that point. They just sap, which is fine. Right. Looks like they are going up here, so now we get them with the other Transcend card. And then we want to see if they pay the Metacarpus. They probably do. So we should do this in response to the Wildfire. Because if they want to flare in response to this, then they lose out on damage on the flare. Or is it the same? It might be the same. Although they have to like do this first. No, I don't think it's the same. Because we basically get like AB2 Spell Void 2 here, right? Because we make a resource off Kasaya. We can pay into the AB2, crack the gloves, and then 12 petal. I don't think this kills here, even if they do the player first. And we can still AB one of the flare, and then this is fine. So now is when we crack Kasaya, and then they can obviously still respond with flare. And this is coming in for 7, so it's going to come in for 3, and then this is going to come in for 6. So 3, 6, and then this is going to come in for 10. This is going to be 19. So it's going to be 4 to 5, basically. A little rough. But they did pop all, they do have to pop off all their stuff here, which is ideal for us. Oh, we also get the AB, so I think it's like 6 or 7, maybe. I'm not going to count. I can't count this late in the day. Zen State OP, though. 7. I was right. Okay, so we're at actually a pretty good position. We have a Zen State up. We draw into this hand. I think we want to start with the Art of War. Because we can pitch the blue and then we can still be safe here. So let's do that. Let's do buff. Wonder if it's go again. As opposed to... No. Because we could do go again banish, but I don't know if that's worth it. Okay. That's fine. So we can do E-Strike. They're basically probably going to have to block out here. We can do Descendant for 2 and do E-Strike for 7. Or alternatively, we can do E-Strike for 5. Or alternatively, we can do E-Strike for 7, Arsenal to blue. If we want to be extra safe. If we did go again into aspect, maybe that's best. Yeah, let's do go again into aspect. Because then we can do 6, 4, 1 is kind of annoying. Okay. They have a lot of no blocks in their deck in the form of like Kindle and stuff. E-pots. So we're most likely at least linking 1 here, maybe even linking 2. Okay. So we link 2. Alright, we hit levels, which is also fantastic. Levels path will travel. Anything off the top? No, it's most likely Kindle or something. We do this now. Okay. So question now is, do we need... What if we AB'd one of this? Right? What if we AB'd none of this? And just see what their next... Like, because if they hit like a flare and do like a zap or something, because they can do that on 2 blues, maybe we don't care about this, because we want to AB something more important. So I'm going to say no AB on this. They need something better than that. Alright, Tome is better than that. What else do they hit? Gaze, okay, they're popping off. They do have one last Blazing Aether in their deck because we banished one and they had one. Okay, if they're gonna kill us, this is probably the method in which they would kill us. Alright, so I'm glad I left the 2 up, I think. Okay, they just... their draw is so good! Okay, we're probably dead. We have to AV2 now. Yeah, we're dead. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Was that their last wildfire too? Might have been. Yeah, that was the last one. Damn. Good game. Yeah, Kano's still very 50-50. It's a rough one. I don't want to play against another Kano, no offense. No offense to all the Kanos out there. Key Unleash also not doing a lot of work that game into Kano. Got the mirror, sure. You do a mirror real quick. What do I board on the mirror? Probably the Key Unleashed, and then we're going up on blues. So what else? Down on like an E-Strike. Not a huge fan of E-Strike in the mirror. That's fine. Alright, we see our Ardor first, but obviously no Transcend. So our blocking priority is blocking with Spinning Wheel Kick, then 100 Winds, then Harmony, and then we obviously can't block with this. Turn 1 Ardor. I've actually debated if this is correct. Like, it might be correct to just Ardor on turn 1 to draw 2 cards and dig deeper into your deck. Because the Transcend almost matters a lot more than the Ardor in some scenarios. We're at double block here. Opponent is also not on Needle, so it's an important thing to note. We'll give them... What do they banish? Banish a Tiger Swipe. So the question here is if they want to send anything further. Could. Monkey. That's okay. So we're taking 6 damage on turn 1, but we get to set up our graveyard and we still have our own Art of War. I'm kind of okay with this. I see our first Transcend card. It's annoying. They also notably did not keep an arsenal. Is it right to do the same thing back to them? I'm tempted to try it. Because Transcending first is very important. But I don't know. Maybe we could just sandbag this, honestly. Like, we IP ourselves here slightly, which is fine. Arsenal, Art of War, and then we can hopefully draw blue next turn and then pop off the following turn. Just Striding this early. Opponent's draw is strange. Sure. 5 card hand. Show me the Art of War. Oh, we had a Path Ultra. Oh, this is nice, actually. So now we can Kasaya if they're going off super hard here. Well, we don't know that yet, so we're just gonna see what they do. I mean, I'm assuming they have Ardor, or not. Why did they make it? I don't know what bro's cooking. I'll be honest. All right, they are transcending. Sure. Question is now, do we want to transcend on our turn or on their turn? So if we transcend on our turn, what we can do is we can do like Harmony, Chase Aspect, like Needle Needle. It's pretty okay. If we transcend on their turn, we basically also do the same thing. Let's transcend on their turn. Because we get -1 damage here. Also notably of why we transcend on their turn is because these are both the targetable ones, and we don't have really an attack to target if we Harmony. So maybe that's the argument for why we transcend here. Okay, so they want to do Chase Aspect here, which I guess is fine. I'm assuming it's Chase Aspect. Or this card might also be a Tiger. I haven't been keeping track of it. He might be a Tiger, actually. So just Chase. I don't think we care about Chase very much. Okay, it's just Tiger. Yeah. Okay. So we're down to 24, which is fine. So here, do we want to Harmony? If we don't Harmony, we can Zen, Tiger Aspect, Needle Needle, set up Zen State end of our turn. That seems really good. I think it's better than doing Harmony here. All right, so let's do this first. So let's get our Aspect. We'll do Tiger. Tiger, Chase, Aspect, Tiger, Needle Needle, and then Zen State. Assuming they don't block anything here. Pitching our Harmony because we want to keep the Chi. Okie dokie. Does our opponent want to make a Zen State now is the question. Or are they doing this for reasons? All right, they want to keep a 5-card hand and do a Zen State. I'm fine with this. We also like showed them the Zen State, so they should be very well aware that this was coming. Making a Zen State in the mirror is very important. It's very good. If you ever have the opportunity to, I think it might honestly almost always. I don't know if it's always correct, but it is probably very correct in terms of a spicy choice. I think that's the correct choice. If you're keeping a 5-card hand into me, I think. Sorry, you can't really see the chat. Let me show you. Spicy choice. I don't know. I think that's the correct choice. I got Passover? Sure. That's why they call me the #1 Zen player in North America. They don't call me that, but it'd be cool if they did. All right, so opponent's got 3 tigers, and then whatever they're tutoring here. They're doing Ascendant. So now we don't know 3 of their cards. They have 2 floating. So the question now is, do they have another Art of War, which is a little annoying. So we're not going to take this because we have a little bit of buffer room. We obviously want to save our armor for a disruptive effect, but we want to keep track of how many tigers they have. So one of the cards from hand was a Bonds. Okay, so they have 2 unknown cards, 1 floating, and then 3 tigers. And then off their Bonds, what are they going to get? Potentially Chase makes the most sense. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, but don't underrate making a Zen State in the mirror. It's like actually like People seem to like not want to do it because like you can make a bunch of resources off Kasaya and it blocks 2, but like this is already blocking 3 and it's probably going to block a shitload more rather. Yep. So we're taking 1 off this. Like Zen State obviously super good in the mirror. So they used 1 tiger. They have 2 tigers in hand and 1 floating. So there's not a way. So they have if they have sensor, which that would be a very spicy gamer choice. They could guess with sensor, but I think that's all their disruption they could have. And then the tigers are each going to come in. Well, I guess we can block on the next tiger. It doesn't really matter, right? Because like, we can block on the next tiger. So we'll block here on the next tiger. They have 1 floating, 1 tiger in hand, and 1 unknown card. Yep. So Zen State obviously putting in a lot of work there. It has blocked a ton of damage. They close chain. That's fine. All right, they're probably dead. So we'll show them what a really good Zen turn looks like. So we want to pitch our chi because we have already a way to make chi, and we have another blue for the Sacred Art. We'll banish our tiger. Really good hits. Then we will Underwinds Passover. Well, we don't get make the resource off Passover, which is fine. We don't have a Descendant Bonds, which is also not super optimal, but we can do like double chase aspect, I think. Or we can do double chase. Or no, sorry, we have 2 chasing graveyard. So, what is the next best thing? Do we have enough for Key Unleashed? So we have 1 here. So we have we have 2 floating. We Sacred Art. We don't gain any resources, right? We need to pay 1 for chase. Needle, and then Key Unleashed. Am I counting that right? I think that's 5, right? So Needle, Key Unleashed. So maybe we get Key Unleashed here. We'll start with our blue 100 ones. I think if I'm counting this correctly, we have enough resources here. I'm going to preemptively close the chain. We're then going to banish their bonds. Here I'm just explaining that you have to do it. I don't know. You have to make a Zen save before the link step. If they want to do that, I'm totally fine on letting them or undoing here. All right. Here I might actually have to revert the whole turn. Might need to revert the turn if that's cool. We'll send the revert. Okay. So we start here by doing this. I'll tell them to make sure to hold full control. Crouching Tiger, and then we want to start with our 100 wins. So they block with 12 Petal Kasaya. We pass in reactions. They wait for damage to apply. Okay, yeah, and the resolution step. Okay, they got the hold of it. Here. All right. Oh wait. I'm not gonna explain this to them. I just won't. So, all right, okay. Uh, Sorry. Well, okay, I'm just not going to close the chain here. It's fine. So we'll do our 100 wins. They now have the option of Kasaya. So normally in like an actual like competitive game of Flesh and Blood, you can obviously close the chain before they have the option to Kasaya. But we're being a good sport here, letting our opponent do it anyways. Um, and then my camera's fixed. Cool. So that's like an important thing in the Zen Mirror is like when you actually have the priority to do Kasaya, it's after you've taken damage, but before the link closes, basically. So now here's the question: do we even want to Sacred Art? We probably do, just to pump our Tigers, because they still come in for one. We'll pass over here, targeting their bonds still. Then we will Sacred Art, pitching this. We'll make another Tiger. Oh, so we don't actually have anything floating, sorry. Yeah, I miscounted. We don't have anything floating at the end turn, so getting Key Unleashed. Oh, we don't even run a Key Unleashed. What the hell am I talking about? So we'll just get our Tiger Swipe, probably. It's fine. So we'll do Tiger, our Unpreventable Tiger. Then we'll do Chase, Aspect, Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. So these all come in for one effectively. Finish on a Tiger Swipe. So then I have to block with all their equipment, and then we can send in a needle for one more. Cool. Now we still have full tempo, but we don't have Zen State, which is a little unfortunate, but then we draw into a pretty solid hand. We'll start with Rising Sun Preserve, putting back one of our Chase the Tails just so we can get it later if we want to, because we have all 3 copies in our graveyard. Do the Rising Sun ability, hoping to draw into something good. I think that's good. So bottom a Chi. Then we'll do this, getting our bonds. We'll do Descendant, pitching this. I'm going a little bit faster because I think the game is pretty much over at this point. Unless they have something like crazy and they can block all this through Zen State, but we have to keep a Tiger in Arsenal potentially, because I assume we're just gonna get red 100 wins if that's an option. Yeah, get our red 100 wins just because it buffs itself. And we can do Needle, Arsenal, Tiger. Seems really solid. Opponents just messaging me that they think I got this, so they're being a good sport, so no reason to like be upset or anything. Just in the future for like newer Zen players, you just hold full priority when you want to like uh, do like the Zen stuff. Although it seems like for them it like wasn't working or something. Oh wait, also do we play another one cost? Yeah, we did. So our Chuko hasn't triggered, so we can actually kill him with this Tiger. No need to arsenal it. Opponent's just saying GG. They have 2 transit cards in hand. Makes sense. Let's see if we can. What's our recording at? We're at 49 minutes. Let's do one last game. Again, I play on Teleshore, assuming like players know like the best thing to do, obviously. But like a lot of people don't know that you like can't make a Zen state in the link step. So good thing to know. If you want to like shark someone in a tournament, by the way, which I don't recommend because it's like a little bit shitty, but I don't know, but you can do something like that where you're like, move to link step or whatever. Oh, we got an Uzuri. I'm gonna go second in Uzuri. Uzuri is very similar to new, but you get to run all your best cards, and you don't have to worry about running like weakest link and snag and stuff. And yeah, I'm running this Explodes, which are like fringe good into her. Azuri is kind of like, I don't know. She struggles against 7 armor. Let's just say that. Although she has like shred and stuff, but it's fine. Is it Swamin time? It might be Swamin time. So we can pitch the bonds. Because we have to target something with this, right? Yeah, Swamp's a little awkward here, not gonna lie. So we pitch bonds to Swamp. Hunter wins. Swamp, or yeah. So we Swamp first. Then we Hunter wins. We can grain the tips to scale it. We have to play the Tiger, or we close chain after this. And we don't get to keep an arsenal, but I think it's fine for a turn against Uzuri. Close chain. Because we need to play this to get our bonds online. Fortunately, no BM Tigers this turn. Huh. Blue Hunter wins versus Red Hunter wins. So Blue Hunter wins obviously comes in for 2 less damage, but we get the Shuko trigger because of the Tiger. Maybe that's fine. It's like a little weird because you're dealing less damage, but like, okay. So I guess it would have mattered there slightly, but who cares? Interesting hand. Shakedown. Huh. They're just gonna flick me or black tech me. It's fine. The question here. Okay, that's also fine. The question here is, do we want to like Orihone to do anything, or like we can like Rising Sun, Setting Moon, Orihone, draw a million cards, and they only get to take one of them. That's kind of sweet. Kind of like that. Banish Shakedown. I guess Amnesia is slightly more annoying because they have to have a reaction for this, right? We have a Descending Gust Wave in hand. Does that mean we want to bottom the other Descending Gust Wave because they are probably going to take a blue? Probably. Sink Below is interesting. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, I'll let them take whatever they want here. So we basically just drew +1 card and developed out another Chi in our deck, which is just generally good. They chose 3, so they're obviously going to take Sacred Art, Chi. Probably Chi if I had. I mean, I'm not them, so I don't know. Like, maybe this is worth more as like a threat in the deck than this is right now. I can see arguments either way. And then we get to set up a Sink Below in Arsenal, which we're pretty happy about against Uzuri. Again, Sink Belows are not for Uzuri because Uzuri is not a very big part of the matchup, or a very big, widely represented matchup, I guess. So here we can develop out another bonds. Is that good? Is the question. It's pretty alright. We'd have 1 bonds left in deck, but we always have preserve, I guess. The alternative was we like CNC, but I can see arguments either way. I think I'm just gonna do CNC. I like leaving bonds in the deck against like more control-y opponents. This is probably gonna be the last game for the day though, but looking to be a pretty good one. Scale Peeler into presumably Codex. At least the way they're playing. Products makes sense. We have the sync. Why are they doing this though? Like we have sync below in our cell. Isn't this just kind of like terrible? Against Uzuri, I'm pretty comfortable just popping off here though. Like we have a redundant cheat card if we want to pitch the first one to Art of War. We don't have the blue, but we can sync below to try to find it. Yeah, I don't know. This is a thinker. Like we obviously don't get like the block value here, but I think it's still fine, right? Yeah, I'm fine with this. We're gonna bin the tiger because we can always make another tiger. I think that makes sense. Heal levels, that's good. Keep a 6-card hand against Uzuri. Should be pretty good. Okay, we're gonna start. What are we getting off? There is a problem with this hand. And the problem is that we're light on tigers slightly. Because we need to make a tiger here to banish to the Art of War. Although maybe now there's like an argument for just not even. Well, we can always make a tiger if we get like 100 wins or something with Go again, right? You can get like Descendant. Could like speculate on Descendant, and then if we draw into a Bonds, it's nuts. And if we don't draw into a Bonds, it's still fine because we can make a bunch of tigers. I don't hate that. Alternative is we can also banish like Tiger Swipe, get like Key Unleashed or something crazy. How much floating do we have? We have 3 floating. I think it's fine to speculate on Descendant Gust Wave. Sure. Then we'll do Art of War, buff banish. Wait, how did we draw into a Crouching Tiger? Am I losing my mind? Wait, what? We banished a Crouching Tiger. Wait, when did we make a Crouching Tiger? I'm so confused. Alright, I'm probably like a dumbass, but like, actually, when the fuck did we do that? Is it good? It might be good. Wait, what? I'm like, alright, I'm losing my mind. Someone in the comments tell me like why we have a tiger. I'm sure I just missed something. It's been a long day. Do chase. One of these tiger swipes is a little bit awkward. Still a lot of damage. We probably should have played our Descending Gust Wave first to hopefully get them to block with something. Because we do actually care about the extra tiger slightly. Yeah, maybe a little misplay there. It's also fine to just keep an arsenal against this area. We have full tempo and we got their balance out, so kind of fine with this. All right, is there a way to double levels? Not that I currently see. Oh, we could like pitch. Hold on. No, that's terrible. All right, we'll just do double levels. It's fine. It's like double levels into chase. It's kind of mediocre. Maybe we honestly just want another levels in the deck. Is that better than? I feel like Hikara, then 5. Is that the same? That's basically the same, right? Alright, but I guess we keep the chase the tail in the deck. Still fine here. think our pop-up turn was a little like questionable, but like we had the opportunity. I don't think it was like entirely wrong. Okay, your job, pretty good hand. And remember, Uzuri has a hero ability. We don't really care. Whatever disruption they have, like there's not much we can do about it here. Sure, CNC is fine. Here we have Chase Aspect, so we're gonna go do that. How many Chase the Tails do we have left? I always like to keep track of Chase the Tail just because it's like a very potent threat in terms of like how much damage it actually deals. So we'll start with our Kakara because we want our breakpoint of 1 first, right? Then we'll come in for 4, then 3, and then we'll come in for another 4. So just setting up some really annoying breakpoints against them. Again, we're ahead on tempo, so feeling pretty good. Red Shred obviously is. I've seen a lot of Uzuri try to run Shred into Zen, and I'm not very impressed. Not very impressed with the card. If they want to block this out, they have 1 card in hands, but they have an arsenal. So is it worth it to keep an arsenal against them? They've used 1 codex. How much other arsenal disruption? They have 2 leave no witnesses, so pretty likely they have more. I'm fine not keeping arsenal for a turn against them. Sure, see what they got. Scale Pillar is fine. Could be a codex. Be a little annoying. Amnesia, sure. Does that matter? A little bit. So here, what do we do? We can block with Descending Gust Wave, Arsenal Sink Below, and then just like do 1-2-1 or 1-2-2 rather. It seems okay. I'm okay with this. I think Amnesia has gotten a lot worse into Zen than it was before. Before, like, it naming bonds was a lot more relevant, but now there's a lot more ways to like play around it just because you're running. Like the Crouching Tiger stuff still gets hit by it, like so like Chase Aspect still gets hit by Amnesia, but and like Hunter Winds, I guess, obviously gets hit by Amnesia, but it's not super relevant, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, we lose out, so it's actually 1-2-1 because we lose out on the name. That's fine. So it basically did like 7 damage, or like healed them 1. So here we have the opportunity to block because we have a Sink Below. Our hand's pretty good, honestly. You can do like Descendant. Do we have bonds still? We still have bonds in the deck, right? We still have 2 bonds. Yeah, so I kind of like blocking with like Kasaya here. We've already transcended a lot, so the resources don't matter, and against like them, the Zen state also doesn't really matter. They could have a Shred here, which would be a little annoying, but it's fine. Important note for people who haven't played against Uzuri is you want to do this before the Uzuri ability reacts or activates because they could have CNC potentially. They have a Shakedown here, which is fine, and they also have a Shred, which is okay. A little annoying. But our hand is still like pretty resilient to this. Again, I don't play around Shred. I don't think it's a very good card. So here, what's the play? Probably just CNC and then Arsenal Descendant. Yeah. Seems fine. Bring Bonds of Agony, that's crazy. Is that worth it? I guess. I don't know. Alright, here we have Key Unleash being awkward as expected. You have Codex, which is fine. They don't have 2 floating, which is good for us. So it means it just has to be Leave No. I think it's fine to me give up Shuka here just so we can protect our Descendant. Alternative is we can let this hit. And then what do we get off of this? Do we have 1 or Aspect? If we have Aspect, actually, this is very good. Yeah, wait, do we? Yeah. We have 1, 2. So maybe we just let this get hit. Because it's basically, yeah. Yeah, it seems fine to me. Sure. Do Descendant Bonds, Aspect, and a Key Unleash seems really solid. Okay, maybe. Okay, so initial impressions of Key Unleashed is it's very good into like control matchups like New and Victor, and I guess Uzuri in this case. Very clunky everywhere else. Um, but I don't. I think a spicy one of is like pretty good. I know. I think like Pudding or someone else was the one who like originated this. It's some pretty nasty damage we got going on here. And they have to block this with something at least. They have block tick still, so they can go to 1 if they wanted to. And then that's their second codex. What are they blocking with? They're blocking with weakest link. It's fine. Okay. It's a really good turn from us. And then what's our follow up? I think we Zen Bomb Tiger just to like push damage because the game is like pretty much coming to an end pretty soon. We have not very many threats left in the deck, so that's important to keep note of. Descendant bonds need to go together. That's also very important to keep track of. I think it's just 100 wins. Because we want to pitch the Tiger. Alternative is to go 1 Tiger Swipe for 5 into E-Strike for 7, and Arsenal Sink below, pitching the Harmony at the bottom. That's also not terrible. So 5 into 7 versus 1 into... I think Tiger Swipe's better. Okay. Let's do... We could also just bottom the E-Strike, but I like having a little bit of safety against them. Maybe it's fine, though, because we're going to be pushing lethal. Maybe we're less worried about disruption. Here we're just setting up really annoying breakpoints for them. And then we'll determine if we want to draw versus buff here. I think buff might be better. Because their card in Arsenal is not a codex. We know that pretty much for sure. Yeah, I'm fine with buff. I just want to put them off as many cards in hand as possible. I don't know what their arsenal is right now. They haven't played it. I think they had a turn where they went like dagger into and didn't do anything with arsenal, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, they're blocking with just a Nick, which is interesting. I think it's the first one we've seen, right? I don't know what an Uzuri list looks like. All right, so that's actually perfect. We took him off just a Nick Persuasive. All right, that's really good. And now we get Descendant Bonds. Oh, gross. We don't have the aspect for the Chase the Tail, but I think that's fine. Yeah, this is just going to be a ton of damage. Get our last Descendant. We only have 100 wins left to get off of the Bonds, but that's still fine. It's just a 1. Alright, blocking with more just an X, which is fine. Can only get 100 wins left in the deck. It's a little annoying. So now our Zen ability basically doesn't do anything, but we're trying to close out the game here, ideally. Do we want to Arsenal this Chase the Tail is now the question. Probably. It's probably fine. I think our pop-up turn this game was weak. I think on the pop-up turn, you generally want to try to have at least 1 Descendant Bonds. Maybe it was a little too early against Uzuri. I think against like disruptive decks though, like if you get the opportunity, you should generally take it. Here they have to block with their full hand again, and we get an arsenal. So we're just chipping them down. There's not really like a way that they get out of this. Oh, we get the Swamp! Holy shit! I didn't even check to see if this was right, but like super cool. Yeah, the fucking Swamp killed him. Let's go. All right. Well, I think that's gonna do it for games today. Some interesting ones. What do we play against? Let's do a little recap. Let's refresh this. We lost to a Kano. Happens. Kano is still very 50-50. Where's our Kano stats? Again, 50-50, literally 50-50. What else do we play against? We play against Uzuri, played against another Zen, and then a Teklo. An interesting spread. I don't think this is necessarily like a meta spread, but you know, that could be informative for some people who like don't know how to play against Uzuri or Teklo. Well, anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I'm just gonna upload this as like a bulk session and just try different things with the channel. Uh, Going back and forth between like bulk sessions or just like one session. So if you have a preference, let me know. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.